you. Thank you. Thank you, Gamble. Thank you, Gamble. Thank you, students. Thank you, Gamble. Thank you, crowd. Listen, Baylor, much respect, coach is one of the best in the country, one of the best coaches. They got one of the best teams, best programs. Obviously, we had some attrition in terms of injuries with both teams. But really proud of the will. Showed a will we haven't shown this year in big spots. So I think it's a big confidence builder for us. And I just thought today, Sampson was just an incredible warrior. He was plus 18 in that game. He just played so hard, and I'm just so proud of that guy. And I thought Aiden Mahaney saved us today. I thought his first half, those 2 threes, like when we were reeling and in a bad way, he gave us a lot of life and got the crowd going. And then we were able to get our bearings. But I thought defensively, we got, obviously we still have tons of issues there, but at least got better as the game went on in stretches.
Coach. Can I go to the mic, please?
Yeah, the risk of maybe some hyperbole. Is this as big a December win as you've had in a while? Or?
You know what? It reminded me a little bit of the St. Joe's game coming in, really beat up after that. Remember that embarrassing performance? And then we beat Florida in the next game at home, and that Gamble magic for us. But yeah, I don't think I've had a team since I've been here, like a legitimate team that had a chance to have a season that has probably ever needed a game more than we needed a game today. And then obviously with Alex not available, to us, that our margin for error shrunk. It was good to win. It was good to be able to fight that hard and win it without Alex.
Dan, in a week's time, in your own sort of checklist from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, what did you and this group accomplish the most over the last 7 days?
I think, listen, when you get a chance to get back home and regroup, when you're doing what we were doing last weekend, and your ego comes crashing down as a program when you lose the first one, and you have no time to recover, and it just turns into, what that turned into. We're just able to, get home and get some days of practice and get some days together, to heal and rebuild our psyche, and obviously we knew we were coming into a place when we play here at Gamble, it's hard for us to lose here. This place is it's a really hard place for people to beat us, and I just think it gives the group some confidence here that I don't, going into these 2 other non-conference games and then the Big East slate, I think this just gives us a little bit of juice, and hopefully we can get Alex back, and winning without him today, I think is going to be good for the confidence of the group.
Mike in the back.
Dan, you mentioned Aiden, the back-to-back threes he hit, and then I don't know what was going on when you greeted him. Maybe you give him a headbutt, but you obviously...
I headbutted him.
Yeah,
and then he punched me in the chest hard. That's why I'm talking so low. I think I might have cracked a rib. He rose like a phoenix out of the ashes today. That's why I'm not sure if you saw that on the sideline today. He was, and I'm not sure that's what a phoenix does. But that was important for him. That was important for him to have a moment like that. I think he saved us today in the first half, and I think his season will start now for him, and I think he'll see a guy that's going to give us what we hoped he would give us.
Just to follow up quickly on that, Dan, would you mind reflecting back on late April when you were recruiting him, waiting on word for his commitment, and what you thought his addition might do for your roster?
Yeah, just what he did today. just be real offensive minded. I think, obviously, if Solo's not in foul trouble, Solo probably gets 14, 15 a game. Probably gets 15 today. McNeely had 17 and he didn't even shoot the three well. Caravan's a 15, 16 point a game scorer. We need Aiden to be in that 12, 13 point a game. That's how we've been so successful, offensively as a group. And he's got the capability, and he's got the game, and he's got the firepower. And we just keep telling him, for one of the best guards to ever play in the program, Tristan Newton. His first year was not a total joyride. Just stay with it, and you'll rise like a phoenix.
Coach, it seemed like you had a different approach to this game, putting Terrace and Sampson on the floor. Is that something that you want to do more often moving forward?
Not from an offensive standpoint. Offensively, it brought me back to. It brought us back to Buffalo when we didn't have enough shooting and passing. But for this game, it was necessary. Alex was out, who plays the 4, so we were short a front court player that would play 30 plus minutes for us, and they played big so much that Celestin fouled out. But obviously we took a lot of threes, but I thought we did a better job driving the ball today. And again, like I said, Sampson today. He was plus 18 in a game we won by 4 and 20. He just played his absolute heart out today. That guy, I'm so proud of him.
Joe, then Joe.
Ted, back here. With Alex out, it looked like Liam sort of tried to take over that role today on the floor a little bit.
Yeah, it's like time for these guys to announce themselves. I loved what Solo did and Aiden did in the first half. They buried huge threes to get us back in that thing. Liam McNeely, you're one of the best freshmen in the country. Just go out there and let it fly and play with some swagger and some confidence. And obviously the home crowd helped that. But, it's just, these are all new people that this is like the next wave of UConn players. And it's like, guys, just go out there. Go out there and hoop and let it fly and go make big shots and make big plays and go win a big game and announce yourself that that our season has started here at UConn.
Joe, right here, then Ian.
I was going to ask about Liam too, but he obviously didn't make all of his shots, but he hit some big ones when you guys needed him. And that obviously he had that fist bump in the first half that I'm sure you like to see again on the court.
Yeah, just getting that swagger back. I think part of the problem has been me. I've been. I've coached these guys frustrated, and I've coached them frustrated for too long. This is a team that's going to be a work in progress and a team that's going to get better and better, and we're relying on a lot of young players and new players, and a lot of these teams we're playing against, they've got all fifth year, extra COVID year. A lot of these teams don't have developing sophomores and developing freshmen on the court. So for us, I got to coach this team with more, with more grace and more building them up and more enthusiasm and more energy. And I can't coach them mad because we're not currently playing as well as the last 2 teams have played. And I think, like I said yesterday, there's been some people that have helped me kind of check whether it is my ego or just my approach with the team.
Dan, it would seem that the consequences of defeat in this game would have been pretty severe for December, but what do you think it says about your young guys and your new guys, the guys who didn't create the monster, that they did not allow that looming possibility to hinder them in the final minutes?
Yeah, I don't think they knew. I don't think they were looking at the schedule the way I've been laying in my bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, thinking, all right, I got to go to Texas after this and play Gonzaga, who may be the best team in the country, at MSG coming up after this. So, there was a possibility that if you lose this one, you're reeling to the point where you're under 500 going into league play. Ian, I never thought about that. And for where we've been, it's it's such a feeling we're not accustomed to here, but these guys showed that they've got the character of the people that have been wearing this uniform before them, and it's just going to take them, more time for us to become a good team, a very good team, potentially a great team, potentially a championship team. we got to keep coaching these guys and stay positive. Until we, have them playing at a level that we're accustomed to.
Tom, then Jake.
Try not to make this the same question, but if you're going to do great things, you're going to probably have a lot of games like this that are going to be grinded out, games down the stretch, possession by possession. Did you learn something about the character? You mentioned Will at the beginning. Did you learn something about the character and the will of this group tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they earned, I think it was like the first fun locker room we've been in after a game where you feel like you won something, you did something. These guys earned, they earned our respect. I think they earned, they played like an honorable game here. They reached down deep and without that one returning starter, who's supposed to give the team the confidence in these moments, they're able to, without the guy that's really the one major holdover from who we've been, they're able to win this one without him. So I think that it's a confidence builder. It's a character builder. We know it's we know it's in there for us now, I mean, listen, we've been playing. This is heavy for us. It's heavy for the coaches. It's heavy for the players. When you've been as good as we've been, and you get off to the start that we've gotten off to, it's heavy. And I think this will obviously our urgency's got to stay where it is, but certainly a little bit more oxygen for us right now.
Hi, Coach. At the risk of making one game bigger than the entire season, is it fair to say that this is kind of like the start of a brand new season for you guys, considering everything that happened?
Yeah, I mean, I just think, for the, it was the first time we beat a quality opponent. A quality opponent. One, I think, when it's all said and done for them, I think when they get Edgecombe back and when they get Roach healthy, they're going to have as good with that guard play and what they got the two, with my man that. Omir and the two centers and the Celestine off the bench and the depth that they have at guard. I mean, they're going to be a team that's going to be making a deep run in March and have a real Final Four possibility. So, to be able to gut one out at home, I mean, obviously we've won bigger games the last couple of years than this one today, but for where we are in the 25 season, we needed this one bad.